Bro, it's just gonna keep getting worse, dude. Like, I don't even know what to say anymore, bro. I truly don't. I really don't. Why are kids so addicted to technology, and how's it gonna keep it getting worse? By the way, thank y'all. Whoever is watching this for looking upon me in my first video. I thank y'all so much for taking y'all time out of y'all day to look at this video and watch it all the way through. Like, subscribe, or whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna force you. I'm not one of these YouTubers that be like, oh, please like and subscribe, please comment in the comment section. No, I'm not one of those niggas, man. I'm not. Like, subscribe, comment at your own discretion. If you don't, that's fine. If you do, that's fine too. Anyway, let's get straight into this, man. Like I said, the title before, why are kids addicted to technology and how it's going to keep getting worse? Now, all these are just my personal beliefs. Some things I could be wrong about. Some things I could be right about. Like I said, all this shit is just my beliefs for real. My thoughts, my opinions, my frustrations. I'll say coming out, because I've been talking about this for years, and I ain't gonna say I didn't have the courage to just like make the content, just speak like I am now. I was just lazy. I'm not gonna lie. But I okay. Besides that little side rant, I think why kids are addicted to technology is because parents allow them to be addicted to technology. And of course, we can chalk it up to this as well, that companies, they do this. They do this shit. We all know this. They do this shit on purpose so they can get money, views, whatever. Like Coco Melon and Johnny Minecraft and Fulton Reacts. Like, all these YouTubers, dude, they don't care. They don't care. They only really care about them books and them views. I said, along with the bucks too. So yeah, get about that money, bro. Money and fame from them little kids, bro. Like, they don't care about actually educating kids. Like, what's her name? Rachel. Something Rachel. I seen her in Walmart. She was on an ad or whatever. Rachel, Sesame Street, or PBS. Like, I ain't gonna say Cubo because Cubo's gone. Cubo's gone. Cubo used to be my shit back then. My mama had me watching that, and I'm so glad she did. But, what other shows? Shit, I really can't think of any other fucking shows. I said PBS. Oh, Nickelodeon, Nicktoons, Nick Jr. It's like, yeah, bro. All those shows are good. Really, really good for children. I would say so. Keep your children hooked on them shows. Don't get them watching no Sprunky and fucking was it Sprunky, La 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 Boo Boo, Ballerina Cappuccino, like all this stupid shit. It's so fucking goofy, like, bro. Oh my god, man. It's so fucking goofy. Like I said, keeps getting worse because of the companies that do this shit. Cause they don't give a fuck. Like I said, they only give a fuck about that buck and a bang. And like I said, we'll blame this shit too on the parents, of course, because of course, for the most part, they never want to admit this, or actually, I really don't know. But from what I've seen on YouTube and just like in my, in real time or whatever, for me, they just let them sit in front of the tablet. No parental supervision whatsoever, and like they're off just doing their own thing, smoking, drinking, whatever the hell they doing. They just off doing their own thing, watching TikTok. They off just doing their own thing while they sitting there letting their kids brain rot to fucking hell, looking at Sprunky and Johnny Minecraft and Fulton and all those other fucks on the internet. My goodness, Chief. Yeah, parents are. I know there's some parents that don't want to admit this, but I'm gonna be the motherfucker to call their ass out. Bro, parents be lazy, bro. They be lazy as hell. Like, no drive is there, no ambition is there to try to keep their kid away from that stupid shit. They don't want to try to research this shit to fucking. I don't know, bro. They don't want to try to research it. Try like, yeah, I say, yeah, pull up some background information on like, oh yeah, what gets kids attracted to this? What spikes this kid's dopamine like this? You know, whatever. Like, what shows does this, and that, and like, what shows educate the kids? What shows actually doesn't have them stutter every 5 fucking seconds, like Coco Melon. Yeah, it just definitely can't amount to the laziness. Especially when it's like I said, when they just leave their kids in front of the tablet and then they just do their own thing. Like I said, watch. I ain't gonna say that. But just watch TikTok. Watch shows. Whatever. They just do their own thing while they just sit there and let their kids play in front of the tablet. No parental supervision on the electronics whatsoever. And I think that's poor. I think that is poor because your kid could stumble upon any fucking thing. Anything. Especially if you're on your regular account. Or if he's on, if he's on his account or she's on her account, whatever, and it's like kid friendly, still. Even the kid friendly content is fucking stupid because you stumble upon the dumbest shit. Like I said, companies, I wouldn't I wouldn't really say it's the kids, no. Cause they're automatically gonna get attracted to that automatically. That's definitely an automatic. It'll just be your job to get that shit out of their head and get them away from it to be, actually be a good human being in life instead of being one of those motherfuckers that can't listen for 2 fucking seconds to somebody. Yeah, I'm leaving all this shit raw. I'm not cutting no fucking parts out. Anyway, but anyway, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. I'm saying these parents are just lazy. There's no ambition to try to get their kids any other like type of education on the technology, bro. Like I said, no PBS, no Sesame Street, no Wild Kratts, no some other shows. I don't know some other shows, some other educational shows. Like yeah, no Miss Rachel. Like none of these people, bro. None of these main people that need to be praised for actually showing educational content. God. I mean, yeah, and then the kids. Yeah, we'll talk about the kids too. And actually, yeah, there are some parents that are trying to, get out of that cycle of just putting their kids in front of a tablet, which I praise them a lot. I respect them so much. I have so much honor for them. But the parents that just let them sit in front of a tablet, you need to cut that out, bro. Seriously, you need to cut that out. Cut it out. Or your child is gonna end up destroyed to hell, brain rotted than a bitch. He or she will go to an interview, and they're speaking sprunky language, and then you're gonna be upset on why they didn't get their first job, even though it was your fucking job. Or I mean, you know what? Yeah, let's keep going. It was your job to monitor your kid on the fucking tablet, or monitor them on the TV, or monitor them on the phone, whatever. It was your job. It was your fucking job. And you fucked it up. And now your kid doesn't have his first job. You were so excited. I said sir. You were so excited for him to get his first job, his or her, or whatever. Found out he fucked up. Now you're pissed at him. But hey, whose fault is that? Anyway. And yeah, it cannot amount to the parents. Like it could be something else, like for like religious purposes. I think so. Yeah, and like kids growing up in like foster homes or whatever, and just all types of other stuff that we could just think of for real. But yeah, the kids though. We'll talk about the kids. Like I said, they get attracted to that so easily. Like I said, that's why it's the parent's job or whoever's job monitoring or supervising them to get them away from that shit or try their best to get them away from it and try their best to have them watch some educational good shit. Cause yeah. You know what? Brain rot is like fast food. Brain rot is like fast food. It rots your brain just as much as fast food rots your body. Rots the fuck out of it. It's so sweet that you know you get done with the meal, but you want more because it's that sweet. Your sweet tooth is just enraging that much. And of course, like I said, yeah, that dopamine is enraging your brain so much to where you need more of that shit. Like I need those shit. Like, yeah, bro. That's what dopamine has. That's what dopamine has you do, bro. Whenever you start watching all that bullshit, especially in cycles, man. That's what it has you do, bro. That's it. It's sad. Honestly, it's sad. And of course, kids don't know no better, so they're gonna just scroll on tablet, phone, whatever, TV, and of course, they're gonna stumble across some dumb shit. 'Cause of course, yeah, they're naive, they're gullible. Yeah, like I said, they aren't gonna know no better. And even if it's like some bad shit, of course, they aren't gonna automatically know if they're talking, but still, if you are a parent and you're just putting your kid in front of a TV screen, stop. Actually monitor them. I'm not gonna say that you're doing a terrible job as a parent just because you're not monitoring them on technology, but that will be something extremely helpful to them, especially with them growing up as adults, teenagers, toddlers, whatever. It'd be extremely helpful if you monitor what they watched. It didn't go on to what you were doing, putting them just in front of the screen like that. Kids, yeah. I think I already talked about the kids, talk about the companies or YouTubers, whatever. Coco Melon, oh my, yeah. Marla and the Bear, that just made me think Marla and the Bear, dude. My God, Marla and the Bear is just terrible, bro. Just terrible. I know I'm going like a little off course, but still, bro, like this will have something to do with like technology, like kids and shit. Marla and the Bear, bro. Fuck no, bro. Fuck no. It's just basically a damn little girl being disobedient to her elders. That's basically it. And I know that there's some parents that like don't really pay attention and just, have their child go wild looking at it. That just shows you how much distortion that we have in our world. But that's not the topic. At the same time, that shows how unattentive we are, especially as Americans, I would say so. Of course, I know that there's some that pay attention, listen really good, and then they'll be on their phone like every 5 seconds. I'm not saying that every American is not attentive. Of course, there's some out there. But most of the course I've met, I would say, like, were unattentive. So, yeah. Marla the Bear, dude. I remember I watched it with Lyric and Layla and them, which are my two nieces of my sister. And I was just looking at this, just paying attention, looking at what the fuck was going on. And this little girl is just fucking shit up. Like, she's just destroying shit. She's being so disobedient, acting the fuck up. Like, jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. I remember this one episode we watched, was it? Oh, I forgot what the fuck it was called. But I know what happened. Marla, or Maya, or no, Maya and the Bear, not Marla, fuck. Maya and the Bear. It basically, if you don't know what the show is, basically like a little girl with a red hood. She's very tiny. Kind of looks like Little Red Riding Hood, and then she's just with a big ass bear or whatever. But anyway, don't know when they were, I guess, created or released. I really don't know. I don't know the backstory on that whole fucking thing. I really didn't pay attention until I watched one of the episodes. But whenever I was watching another episode, it was this yogurt episode where she was making yogurt and shit. And bro, she made yogurt so wrong. She just fucked up the yogurt. All like this big ass pot she was making it in, she overflowed the fucking pot with yogurt, and it was like she overflowed that bitch so much to where it hit. I think it hit the fucking ceiling. Like, bro, that little girl's just destructive. It's like, yes, she takes matters into her own hands, even if she doesn't know what she's doing, and that's something that kids should not do. Because I'm not gonna say most of the time they're gonna fuck shit up, but we make mistakes, and they're gonna make mistakes. Damn it. So, yeah. But anyway, going back on topic, I think I talked about what I want to talk about with this video. Besides my little side rant, just, I'll take that. But like I said, I think I talked about what I wanted to talk about this video. Where's it right? Oh no, never mind. I probably got a little bit more to talk about. Yeah, how it's gonna keep getting worse? Yeah, okay. How it's gonna keep getting worse? Okay. Ooh, glad I remember that. How it's gonna keep getting worse? We're also gonna keep getting more lazy. Besides that, pay less attention to social media or whatever. Not social media. To our kids watching social media, or paying more attention to what we watch on social media. Of course, I think companies are just gonna keep making channels where they just put kids in a trance, nigga. Like I said, there's already Fulton and Johnny Minecraft and all these other fuckheads out here. Of course, there's gonna be like 50 more way ahead of the future. My goodness. Now, of course, I mean, can't blame the kids because they're gonna automatically eat that shit up automatically. So, unless if they have sense and they know that they shouldn't be eating that shit up. But for the most part, I haven't met no kids that was like, oh yeah, I know this is bad, but I'm still gonna take this in. Like most kids are just like, see what they see, they like what they like, they're gonna keep paying attention to it. So yeah. I said us parents, or not us parents, but parents are just gonna keep being less and less attentive on what their kids are watching. Gonna keep going in a downward spiral of brain rotting the fuck out of kids. Like I said, especially just putting them in front of a tablet. Yeah. Not to mention all the damn, like, I ain't gonna say all the disorders and diseases, but there's some definite cons with having them just be in front of the screen. I think that'll be for another video. Okay. So I think, yeah, that's all I really want to talk about. Thank y'all so much again for watching me rant and rave and just go on off topic rants. Thank y'all so much for watching my first video, whoever has. Thank y'all so much for liking. Whoever likes, subscribes, comments. Like I said, do all that at your own discretion. But thank you so much. That's all I really want to say on how technology keeps getting worse.